Hi, everybody. Welcome to Judith's Jewelry Box. I'm Heidi Ripka, and joining me is Gina Gannon. Hi, Gina.
Hello. How are you?
I'm great. I missed you last week.
Heidi, I missed you too, but I was catching up on all of your shows on JTV. I was some of the fans like writing in. I'm like, I love this ringer. I love this. I love that. And it
Thank
just, honestly, you did such a fantastic job. Enjoyed the show so much. So great
thank
job. And it was so nice to see you there.
thank you. Yeah, it was a whirlwind of a week, but a great week. We had great shows. We sold through so much. I was actually
I
upset,
know.
but they told me it was a good thing. We sold through so much that they had to cancel my last show because we literally didn't have enough inventory to actually have a show. Like, it would have been like, okay, we have 3 of these and 10 of these, but like they said, you just can't do that. So
Yeah, like by the time you talk about the product, it probably would have sold out. So,
yeah, we're there. It's interesting because there were styles that during the shows they would like I would be wearing it and it'd be like slated for later on or one of the other hosts was wearing it and all of a sudden we'd hear in our earpiece like that's just sold out and then all of a sudden flash on the screen, sold out and I'm like we didn't get a chance to even present it yet. What do you mean
oh
it's
my gosh.
but I mean it's a good problem to have.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but it just shows too how much people love the brand. So I think that that was like really fun for me to watch because like I've always been a fan. So it's just kind of nice to see people love it like I do.
Yeah, it was exciting and I see Lynn is joining us this evening, so hi Lynn, it's great to
Yeah,
see.
and Sharon, hi.
So I'm excited because tonight we have some really pretty things. There's actually only one item on here that I think we presented while I was down at JTV, and that's the first item. And so, really, my theme for tonight is we have a lot of things going on in the springtime. I don't know about you, but between like charity events and weddings and other events, like I always am looking for something to really, pull together my evening wear. Because sometimes I'll wear like a beautiful black dress, but it's so basic that I really just, not sometimes, I usually do that. And then I depend upon my jewelry collection to kind of like spice it up.
Right, to be that pop. Yeah, I get it.
Exactly. So I pulled together some what I consider transitional pieces. They can be daytime, but when you put them together and you put them with the right dress or the right, pantsuit or whatever, it could really just be that finishing touch that everybody needs.
Right.
So
Well, speaking of that, I wanted to tell you very quickly. You were talking about an event. I had a derby event a couple weeks ago, and I had just I work in news, so I have, like, plain newsy dresses a lot of times, and so I had a really nice, navy dress on. Let me tell you, the Judith that I was decked out in from head to toe, getting compliments, so it's funny that you said that because I had, more of a, I'd say, relatively plainer dress on, but let
yeah.
me tell you, my accessories were looking good.
Well, once you have the accessories, that's really, in my opinion, all you need. The dress is just like I call it like the backdrop. And then everything
Okay.
those are the finishing touches that take something basic to something, like, dazzling. So
Totally agree. Yeah.
so I wanted to start, though, with this earring that we launched last week, and I wanted to start with it because for me, this earring, it's a freshwater pearl drop earring. It's one of those earrings that it can go really from work to, anything, black tie, dinner. I'm wearing it in the white, but I'll show you the clad version of it. So we offer it in both the sterling with the rhodium, and then we offer it with the clad, which is sterling with a 14 karat gold plating. So as I was saying, this is a freshwater pearl. And on the clad version, there's a cabochon ruby at the bottom.
Well, that's
It's
pretty.
in top, and it has our omega back. So it holds it really well on the ear. And if you know anything about me, I have like wimpy ears. So for me, having this backing makes it sit better. But I like it
Mm.
because of the size. Because a lot of times when I have events, except for like those Saturday night black tie events, but I frequently find that I have to go from work straight to meeting my husband somewhere. So I'll start with this earring and then I'll start like layering on the statement pieces or, putting another necklace on. Like, so I'm wearing a few with it. Hi, Francie. Thanks for joining us tonight. So we have a bunch of people joining us, which I'm happy to see.
Yeah, and Elizabeth says, "Yay, happy hour with Heidi and Gina.
Hi,
Yay."
Beth. It's great having everybody here tonight. So yeah, so like I like having pieces like this, my transition pieces. So my day to night earrings. And most of these pieces I do find, depending on what you coordinate back to them, it can go almost everything from day to night. And that's always been a brand philosophy, Judith's tagline that I say all the time, but it resonates, is from black tie to blue jeans and everything in between. So like tonight I'm
So
wearing a
true.
sweater and I don't feel overdressed in it. Yeah, you did the same wrist as me tonight, which I mean, come
Love
on,
it.
talk about a statement wrist.
I mean, it's insane. I love it, and I like the combination too of how this is very more estate, vintagey, and then this is sort of kinda like a fun, funky piece. I love it. I love, like, the combination of the 2 together.
Yeah, and I frequently will mix a cuff
Mhm.
with a soft flank. Sometimes I'll stack a bunch of cuffs. I always play around with my wrist stack. Like I don't have one formula. And actually, I frequently will do 3 or 5, but because this cuff is so wide, I did it with the soft link bracelet and left it alone. But if you look at my other wrist, which is the bracelet fold to go with the earrings, this one I did on its own because it's substantial. It takes up its own, real estate on my wrist without needing anything else. And so it's a really unusual bracelet actually. You don't see anything like this. So these are all freshwater pearls that have been set onto this oversized oval link, but the bracelet itself is really beautiful. It's a smaller oval link that has all the Judith Ripka texture. It has rope texturing, it has flutes, and then it has these wraps. And these wraps have the Bella Luce, as do the connector links. So it's a really pretty, really unusual bracelet. And if you don't want the pearls showing, you could just turn it around and wear it as a statement link bracelet,
Oh, I
which
love
gives
that.
you that versatility. And it's a fold over. So I see you just put it on. Can you just show everybody how that
Oh,
close?
sure.
Mine's already
Yeah.
on, or you want me to do?
Yep. No, I can show you. I'm
Okay.
just gonna do it like this too, to show it closer. This is what I was trying this before the show.
Yep.
It's so easy. Look. Well, here we go. And you know what's great? It looks identical to the others.
Exactly.
Because
Exactly.
I was actually looking, I'm like, "Wait, where is it?" And then I found it because it's so perfect and done so well.
Yeah, it's very fluid. So what we did was we took one of the connecting and we opened it up and made it a fold over lock. And Francie said, Judith always says bracelets, 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 never too much. And I agree with that.
I love that too. Anything I can, like, do with texturing and layering, I love so much.
Yeah, and sometimes, depending on your neckline of your dress, sometimes you really just need a good earring and a great cocktail ring, and I go bare neck. It depends. Sometimes if I'm wearing a bigger earring, I'll do that. If it's a smaller earring like this, then I typically will, but you mix and match. So it depends on the dress, it depends on the occasion, but I
Yeah,
always
the neckline, yeah.
but play with it, like play with different combinations because you just need a few pieces to create so many different looks. It's like they talk about capsule clothing. It's the same
Mhm.
jewelry collection. Create those capsule collections.
I agree, but yeah, this is really pretty, and actually, when I first saw this, this is a really nice look for Judith, but the funny thing is, when I first saw this, it has all the Judith Ripka tones to it, but I feel like this in general is this style, do we typically see styles like this coming out of Judith Ripka?
No, I mean we'll
I
do
know, yeah.
link bracelets, but not a link bracelet to that scale and that open. And there's something that has a very like mod, like 60s look to it. Like if you look back at some of the famous jewelers from the 60s, they did looks like that. It's a very cool look that never really goes away, but it's different for us, especially the fact that it has the pearls in there. So we've done pearl cuffs, like for example, this past week with the rotation, we did a great pearl cuff, and by the way, that matches back to one of the earrings that we've launched. It's an exact match. I have to find the style number to share with everybody. It's a great statement earring, and I'll share it in the comments after the show because if you want just that bracelet and a big scaled earring, it's
Oh,
a
pretty.
really great look. Like, love that look. And I'm wearing, like you are, I'm wearing the pendulum necklace with the baguette Bella Luce, but I'm gonna take this off for a second to show everybody. You like pearl, there is a fabulous, fabulous pearl necklace that we have. Um, I'm gonna show it first before I put it on my neck. Have you seen this one? You have this, I think, right?
Yes, I have that. So
And
nice.
what we did up here, this is all like random set Bella Luce. So it's all different sizes. It's all
Oh,
scattered
yeah,
with
that's so pretty.
lush and sparkly. It has such a great presence. It's on a 20-inch chain, but it has an adjustable link at 18, 19, and 20. So I'm going to make it a little bit longer for this just so you can see it.
I
No,
love these too. Like, this to me is, like, quintessential Judith Ripka. Like, that is what sets, like, I think what is her wow factor and what's like, "That's Judith."
yeah, we frequently will add those little touches. So these are eyeglass bezels with the Bella Luce in there. We have the Baroque freshwater pearl at the bottom. So it has that really great linear look to it, like a Y shape. And also that eyeglass bezel that you see in the chain, we carried it through, and it's the connecting piece between that pave top and the Baroque pearl. So it's all sterling silver. It has the rhodium plating,
So pretty.
and again, depending on your neckline, since it has those adjustable links, you can wear it at 18, 19, or 20. So if you're wearing maybe something with a plunging V, it'll look great. If you're wearing a high neck and you want to bring something a little further up, if you're wearing strapless, you might want it to be much higher up. So you could adjust it according to what you're wearing, which I think is a great feature. I like adjustability always on
I
pieces like.
like the Baroque too because I feel like it makes it kinda look a little more natural. It kind of gives it, like, a little something where it's not this perfect pearl, kind of coming down on the end here. But what you actually said that I didn't even notice until you called it out, the different sizes here. That's beautiful.
It's really beautiful, and it's what helps give it dimension and adds to
Oh,
all that
nice.
sparkle when you have all the different sizes, and those are individually prong set, but it's just really cool how the setters come up with that pattern and then nestle each stone in, so it's nice and full, that piece. It has all the texture going around it. That piece is finished in the back with our heart back plate. Yeah, so it's so well done, this piece. It's really so beautiful. And each of these pearls, pearls are you can't control pearls. It's not like cutting a stone. So
It's true.
each organic shape is unique to itself. So mine might look like this, yours is a little different. Some are going to be fatter, longer, some are going to have more of that, like really just interesting organic shapes. I've always been a big fan of Baroque pearls like that because I just find them to be so interesting. And I love the fact that no two are alike.
Well, I was just gonna say it's kinda nice that it's, like, one of a kind for you. It's like this one is, like, different on for me than yours is, so that kinda makes it, like, a little more special, I think. But I know that you were just at JTV, and because of that, a lot of these items are on a low inventory alert. So I wanna let everyone know, the necklace that you have on that we're just talking about, we have 8. That's
Oh,
it.
8 of these. So 8 people will be lucky to get it.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's a great piece. So, okay, I'm
I
glad.
like the combination of the stones and the pearls too. I like mixing kind of like, those pretty Bella Luce stones with pearls.
Absolutely, me too. I mean, listen, it's just like diamonds and pearls, but
Exactly.
you can't go wrong with that. Um, are we okay with inventory for the first earring and the bracelet, or okay,
Yep. So the earring that you talked about, the freshwater pearl, that we have about 28, and the bracelet we have about 44. So that's why I didn't mention the inventory with this, but 44. And
we're okay. You'll call out though if something's limited, so everyone's aware that
yeah, of course.
their eye on not wait. Okay, so we're good with the earrings, we're good with the bracelet, but the necklace is limited. Could we go back to our wrist stack? Because we were looking at the pave curb link bracelet, and this
Mhm.
is again one of those pieces that I love. So this is I'm going to show it in the clad version actually, because it's a little bit easier.
Oh
So
yeah,
I
that's true.
visited the factory that made this when I was in Italy a few weeks ago. And it's amazing to me how these are set. I don't have the count in front of me, but I know that these are hand set with over 1,100 Bella Luce stones. Think of
Wow.
it's crazy. And so these are all hand assembled. And if you notice in the back, which I never understood until I was there, because of the stones, sometimes these pieces, they use these special hand pliers to
Mhm.
close them, but they don't solder them because they don't want to risk damaging the stones. So you see how there's like a little
Oh,
line?
yeah, I do see it. It's like a tiny little opening.
Yeah, it's not a defect. It's the way they have to solder these links together because these are all twisted and done by hand. So you don't have to worry about the link opening. It's done intentionally that way. And I know someone's asked me about it, and I think it was important to share that. And this is done so it's texture on the back. You can wear it in the reverse side, pave on one, texture on the other. It has a tongue and box lock,
Mhm. Makes
and
it very easy.
double figure eight. And I do the double figure eight because when you have a
Mhm.
bracelet like this, there's a lot of weight to it. This is not light at all. And so if we were to have the figure eight only on one side, and let's say this was a little loose, it would hang open. So as extra security, we did the double figure eights to make sure that you never lose this. So you should
That's
always hear
great.
these figure eights lock in. It should be an audible sound when you close them. And I think that's just, something I always like to point out to people to make everyone aware. This bracelet is phenomenal. It is so beautiful. I love how they roll these links and the pave setting rolls around with it.
Well, it's funny when we were talking a little bit before the show, we were like, "Oh, we both have the same, cuff and bracelet on." And I said, "Listen, I love this cuff." I said, "But this, oh my god, like this to me is just delicious. Like there's so much about this I love because you know why? What I like about this, there's a sophistication to it because of the stones, because of the way, as you were talking, that it's set. But at the same time, give me, like, a moto jacket and have this on the, like, end of it, and, like, so
Totally.
cute. Like, it kind of just takes it up a notch. But, yeah, that's what's nice. You can wear it to, like, a beautiful black tie event and be
Yeah.
elegant in your gown, but then funk it up. Like, you have the ability to do that, and I love that.
And I feel like you could do that with all of this. But so today, my friend Terry and I, we went for acai bowls. And if you looked at my wrist, I was wearing the narrow version of the estate cuff, which is just as fancy, just as dressy. But for me, I wear it with what was I wearing today? I was wearing a denim shirt and a tank top. But I so
Nice.
that with a Verona triple Rolo bracelet. What ring did I have on? I can't remember what ring I was wearing. What ring was I wearing? Hmm. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. But my point is, even when I'm running around in leggings and a denim shirt, I'll still put on pieces like this. It's all side. Do you want to dress it up, dress it down? Do you want to be funky and then put in that, special little glow of Ripka or not? There's no right.
And and I wanna let everyone know that the silver pave, we have 9 remaining. That is it, and in the gold, 3.
Okay. So really, if you want the 14 karat gold clad, so it's 14 karat genuine gold over sterling silver, there's only three of these left. So that's very, very limited. And then you said how many on the silver?
The silver, there are 9.
Nine. Okay. So you have a little wiggle room for the silver, but if you wanted the clad, definitely do not wait if there's only three left on here.
Yes, I know. We're getting a lot of comments, Heidi. So a little while ago, Elizabeth said that your voice kept cutting in and out, but then it's better now, so no worries there.
Okay.
But then Barbara said she loves both the silver and the gold. I agree. Kim says, "Hi, so gorgeous." And I mean, is that not the truth? Like beyond gorgeous.
Beyond gorgeous. I mean, I've had both of these in my jewelry box for some time now, and I find that I wear them frequently. Sometimes, actually, I'm not wearing a watch today, but sometimes I'll actually stack it with my watch
Oh,
too. This,
that's pretty. Yeah.
yeah, but that's because for me, I don't ever wear just a watch. Like I typically put on some sort of bracelet with my watch, and then I have my wrist stack on my other wrist. I mean, you can't go wrong. And it always just, I feel done. I feel dressed. I feel
Yeah.
like something when I walk out if I'm not wearing these pieces. Hi, Terry. The bracelet is beautiful and it is substantial. So Terry, my friend that I met today for acai bowls, she is the friend I told you about that used to do Judith's jewelry box with me. Started with me during COVID and did it
I
with me
remember you telling me, yeah.
last June. So hi, Terry. I'm glad you're here joining us. So
I love the links on this too, how they just kind of all fit in together. It just really makes it so pretty. But again, that also makes it so versatile. I love that.
I completely agree. But stick with the white for a second.
Okay.
So, but a lot, um, I tend to gravitate to black. And so for me, I might want to dress it up, especially if it's like maybe black tie or special dinner or something. And so we have a collection called
We're
the
gonna do the
Black.
same thing.
We have this gorgeous Monaco earring here. So let me hold up one. I'll only put it on one ear so it's easier for me to show
Okay, and
everybody.
I have this for you.
Oh, you have that? Okay, perfect. So these are double rose cut cabs. So my hair is in it. The top is an oval black onyx stone. And you see these? These are our cherries. These are prong set Bella Luce stones that are holding that stone in. It has all the texture on the side, and then it's a delicate drop, and then the corners of the elongated cushion, again, a rose cut cab black onyx that also has the prong set Bella Luce in the corners. Now, this style is direct from couture, meaning this
Love
used
it.
to be made in 18 karat gold, white gold, as well as yellow gold with diamonds and gemstones. It sold for thousands and thousands of dollars. So I don't know what the JTV price is on it, but nobody would know the difference because when you just swap out golds for sterling silver, they both have white rhodium plating. So
Oh,
all gold has, I mean, as far as I've ever seen, it has rhodium plating on it because gold, when it's white gold, actually has a little yellow in the alloy. So, in order to make it look white and bright, you have this rhodium. And so, rhodium will also protect it from tarnishing. And instead
oh.
of diamonds, we swapped it out for Bella Luce. So, very affordable way of getting a piece of couture jewelry to add to your wardrobe. And like I said, like for more drama, you might want these for black tie, but you could easily wear this day in, day out because it's not too dressy. It's not too over the top. It's just that little accent, that little sparkle in the corners that just kind of pump it up and give it that special glow.
And you were also talking about the price tag, right? So
Yeah.
5 payments of 45.99. It's
Okay.
on sale, the price for 229.99. But the
So
thing
wait,
I love,
price before the stretch pay is how much?
229.99.
So right. So 229.99 is pretty remarkable considering
Right.
if we're getting these in couture, they are thousands and thousands of dollars, and you can't tell the difference because I know from what I have in my jewelry box, you can't tell the difference at all. I
Wow.
mean, you'd have to have a jeweler loop the Bella Luce to recognize that they're not diamonds. No one's gonna know by just looking at them on your ear, and no one's certainly taking them off to say, "Ooh, let me see, is it stamped, 95 or is it stamped 18 karat?"
Right, which makes them really special, and, you know, what I really like too is you can really see all the facets hitting the light, on that black onyx, which I think really kind of makes these sparkle even more. To me, that's really pretty. That was something that I noticed right away, how the light just hits these.
Yeah, because, black onyx, if you don't have that faceting, it's beautiful and when it's polished, it's beautiful, but having those facets is what helps the sparkle. So it's an opaque stone, but when the light bounces off of all those rose cut facets, that's when it kind of has that like dancing effect.
And it's pretty that it's on the top as well. So you have it here. I know it's against black, so that's why I want to let everyone know that it's
Yeah.
here and on the drop, and it is just so stunning. And again, perfect size to wear for a black tie, but then wear, with a cute little jacket and, make it totally cute.
And then we have this ring if you want to have something that works back to it. So it's not so matchy matchy, but it coordinates. And the interesting thing is this ring, that's black spinel.
I love black spinel, yeah.
And so black spinel is very similar to onyx, except it does have more sparkle than onyx does. Now, we can't get black spinel in these size stones, which is why you frequently see black onyx
Oh, okay.
larger pieces, but black spinel definitely has more sparkle and more light and life than a black onyx. And in this ring, which also has a very vintage feel, I'm going to take mine off so I could kind of walk you through it a little bit. I put it on my middle finger and I probably should not have. It's a little, it was a little bit
Weird.
wheeze. Okay, I got it. Okay, so this ring, if you see, these are all individually set stones down the center. So you have the three large ovals down the center with
Mhm,
all filigree work. You have some individual prong set smaller round ones, and then all of the frame around here. This is all pave belluce going around to the side where you have that split shank
mhm,
as the texture on the bottom. It does have the sizing bar, but this is a real vintage looking piece. And notice the low profile. So it
mhm.
kind of hugs your finger. I'm going to put it back on so you can see. See how it just kind of hugs my finger? It doesn't stand out too far or anything like that. It's a great look. I mean, I happen to love it on my middle finger. It's great on your pointer and your ring, but I just love the point to point, how it just nestles in between. It's a really great look. And I'm wearing it with the Verona Pave Curb Link along with the Estate Cuff. Yes, these are blue sapphires, but blue sapphires go with everything. Blue sapphires are neutral. I feel
Of
you
course,
just
yeah.
have to do these things. There's no rules to going, does it all have to be blue? Does it all have to be black? Black and blue work together. It's very elegant, very elevated when you mix blues and blacks together. So don't hesitate. Don't feel like you can't wear blacks, black spinel or black onyx with your blue sapphires. You absolutely can mix the two, and no one would question it. No one would even bat an eye. Look how fantastic that whole suite looks.
It's actually funny because this to me has a slight estate look with the
Yep.
stones along the side. So it's funny that you said that because I was thinking that would actually go really perfectly with this cuff because of the way it's done. It has that antique estate look, and I love that. And even underneath has stones. So I just think that that
Yeah.
really makes it stand out. It has sort of this like texture to it. It's really pretty.
And I'm just taking that off for a second because I want to actually then show you another option. So I was wearing this at the very beginning.
Oh, and I wanna let everyone know too that the earrings, low inventory alert 6 and 8 of 3.
Do you know what sizes for the ring, or
I don't,
oh,
it didn't give me that, no.
so just if that's something that you're interested in, if there's only 8 left and they only offer like 5 sizes, I think that means there's not, there's probably one to go around for everything.
Right.
Might have multiples. But this, we're talking about the blue sapphire. And if you do feel like you want to make sure you're wearing sapphires together, we do have also this pendulum necklace that has also a very estate feel to it. So you have these elongated Belle Luce baguettes. You have the texture, the top and bottom of it with the pave Belle Luce going around it. And then the bottom, you have this sapphire. It's a lab sapphire cabochon. And then you were talking about how you love the little accents and chains, like we saw in the pearl.
Yeah.
So we have our eyeglass bezel of the lab sapphires. This is another 20-inch necklace, has the adjustable links at 18, 19, and 20. So this is all sterling silver. And it does have an elongated bail. This is not removable by pushing it in. You can take it off though. You can just slide it off the chain, I think. Hold on, let me double check myself before I, yeah, no. If you want to take it off, you can, if you have something that you can hang it on. But this is also a beautiful chain to wear on its own with the blue sapphires.
So pretty, yeah, right there. And I like too how if it moves slightly, you can see, like, even if you're not wearing it with this, it looks so nice. Um, and I love how long the extender is
Yeah,
because
well,
I have mine on the shortest.
you have it on the shortest. I'm going to put it on the
Mhm.
then. I'll put it on the longest. And I was wearing this the other day and I was layering it with this necklace that we launched. Actually, I wore it today when I was with Terry. I wore this with this new rolling Bella Luce necklace, which I know wasn't scheduled for the show, but I loved it so much when I was wearing it today. I'm like, I have to put these on together.
Let me see.
I
Oh,
just
yeah,
lo
that's really pretty.
I'm always into layering, and so this is the rolling Bella Luce tennis necklace, which is one of Judith's favorites, actually. So I like the way it looks together, but it's certainly substantial enough to wear on its own like you have on. And it does also come in the 14-karat gold plaid with the Bella Luce and lab ruby. So, like, we were looking at, I mean, these are great little sweets. So we were looking at earring at the beginning of our live stream. Also has this one has actually is a genuine ruby with the pearl and clad, which goes so nicely together. If you're looking to do a clad suite, we have the bracelet to go with it, depending on, what you're looking for. This would work nicely together. And then with what I'm wearing, like I said, I have this earring that we looked at, but you could easily go back to that pearl I was wearing earlier,
Yeah, that would be really pretty.
right? Bringing that pearl, bringing a little light to it, that looks so nice together. There's some other earrings that we're gonna look at later that'll also go really well, but these are all great pieces because, not only do you have weddings and charity events and all other special events that come up this time of year, but, it's just nice to have these pieces for going out to dinner with your husband or your friends, and you just wanna dress yourself up, you just wanna feel good. Like I said, when I went out with Terry today for acai bowls, I was wearing this. I mean, I don't like walking out of my house in just a denim shirt and tank top. I feel like underdressed. So
Right.
once you start putting these pieces on, all of a sudden your outfit starts coming together and you're like, okay, like I look good. Like I look okay, look presentable.
Definitely, and this is a really interesting shape too. I've been working on JTV for the last year or so. This is a very interesting shape and one that I don't see a lot. So I really like the unique factor about that.
Yeah, the pendulum shape,
Yeah,
very vintage look, and
yeah.
it has that resurgence right now that's all coming back, all these vintage looks. So really great piece, really versatile piece. Something again you could easily wear on its own, dress it up, layer it. I like bringing all my collections together. So like I have, something from Monaco mixing with something from Ambrosia with something with Estate. And if you're a collector of Judith Ripka, you might have heard all these collection names before. It all works. It's all meant to be fun. Terry just said, "You had beautiful pieces on today, as always. You can dress these pieces up and down, which is why the brand is timeless." That's true. Thanks,
So
Terry.
true. Yeah,
You're spot on. And that's, I think, why so many people love collecting it because whether it's something that they pick up tonight or it's something they purchased, 15 years ago, the
like
key
I
is,
told you, my first piece I ever bought,
right,
2015. Still wear it.
yep, exactly. And that cuff is unbelievable.
Literally unreal. Like, it is so stunning and gorgeous. The details, all of the oh my gosh, you have to go into detail with this because it's truly a unique piece.
I mean, this is from Judith's estate, which she probably developed 25 years ago, I would say she started the estate collection. This is
Wow.
also from the couture line originally. So with this one, we did again the lab created sapphire. So it has three stations of lab sapphires going around. Then you have all the piercing work, which is what makes it estate and feel. Because if you go and you look back in like Sotheby's and Christie's catalogs, you'll see all this kind of estate work. And Judith always has studied all jewelry throughout history to create so many of these designs. So you have the airlines with the milgram, you have the sidewall with our estate texture. We designed 360 degrees. In the back, you have more of the airlines. You have all the bead detail going around it. Again, our 360-degree design includes this beautiful heart backplate. It
Mhm.
has the hinge kickstand closure, which just means it's so much easier to put on and take off. You never have to struggle with it. So we've done this in multiple widths. This is our wider width for the estate cuff. We have done a more narrow version, which is
Oh, okay.
JTV. We've launched it in silver with the sapphire like this one. We also launched recently clad with with a simulated emerald, which is
Oh,
also
pretty.
really.
Yeah.
Do we have
I was just gonna tell you,
yeah.
we have 2 left.
Oh, you only have 2 left of
2 2
okay.
of these.
So of everything we've looked at so far, this and the clad bracelet are the most limited because you said this one, you said only has 3. This
Yep.
has 2. The other pieces, we were a little bit better positioned.
Yeah, so for the bracelet, the clad, we have 9 of those. 8 of the, freshwater pearl necklace, the baroque, and 2 of these.
Okay. All right, ladies. So maybe we shouldn't spend too much time on it
I know.
because if we do, there might be none before we're done. So this is just, but this is a great piece. And again, I know I'm wearing it with other pieces, but I just want you to look at how substantial this is on its own. I mean, it's really an
That's a conversation piece that it's like, "Where did you get this?"
Puff is superb. And again, it's sterling rhodium plated. It looks like fine jewelry because these models were all from the couture collection.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So they're really special and unique. Um, I want to go back to this necklace because I just want to really show everyone this ruby one again because I feel like I spent more time on the white with sapphire. But look at the lab ruby. It almost has a pink, like a hot pink glow to it when the light hits it. Hi, Clay. The name of the pearl necklace. It should fall under Colette, although it doesn't say it on it, but I'll give you the style number. The Colette necklace, the pearl necklace is JRJ. Oh, do I need glasses? JRJ 389.
Yeah,
And it says Judith Ripka cultured freshwater pearl and Belle Luce rhodium over silver necklace. So I hope that helps. Um,
and get that because there's only 8.
there's only
8 left.
But look at how pretty, and it looks so different. I'm gonna take this one off just so you could see
That
how
is a beautiful ruby
they
color, though. Look at that.
isn't that so pretty? And so when it's a lab created stone like these, all the chemical and optical, oh, thanks, Tara, all the chemical and optical properties of a genuine ruby and a genuine sapphire, you wouldn't know the difference. So can you see these? Look at how different they read. Like to me, the white with blue sapphire reads so vintage, so estate, and yet the ruby has almost more of a contemporary feel to it. I almost feel like I'm
Yeah, I
going,
think it's the gold. I love it.
right? But they're both so different in feel, and I love oh, did I take no, here, it snuck into my top, but I took off my rolling necklace. But look at how pretty.
And
I think
again, just the little kiss of the stones right here too, to kinda tie it all in. I love that.
and then this is an all textured chain, just like all Judith Ripka chains typically have our fine berget, and look at how delicate that bezel is. So the stone, it's all like you're not covering too much of the stone when you do these eyeglass bezels. I don't know if I get it you see how that is? Now when I turn to the
Really
side.
pretty.
It's all stone. It's all about the stone, and I just love that it ties back into there. So these, I think, are all great pieces, transitional pieces. Again, wear to work, wear to a black tie event. It just has so many different uses in your life. Even, if you don't have a very busy, these are that you could wear just like I did for an acai bowl today.
Exactly, and why not? Why not look and feel your best even when you're just running around hanging out with a girlfriend? Why not? That's kind of like the best time, you know?
I know that you showed me before an earring that you said is one of your favorites. So I'm gonna let you talk all about those since those are one of your
Okay, so this is so stunning to me. The thing I love about this so much, and I actually have it up close so you guys can see this. Heidi, this to me is something that is that special occasion. This, I wish I would have known about this. I would have worn this on my wedding day. Oh my god, and when you told me there was a ring to match, I die. Like, it is so gorgeous and stunning, and I love the shape. That's what I find so interesting about it, is the shape and sort of the halo around it. Really pretty.
Yeah, and I need to find you the style number for the ring. If you don't find it, I'll pull it up for you. But so
No problem. And look at
this,
that, how the
like,
light hits it.
per- not only for the bride, but perfect for a guest at a wedding, perfect for every day, if you just don't, maybe you don't like to wear a stud. Like, I wear studs a lot, but some people find they're uncomfortable because if you're on the phone, it, like, hits the back of your neck. And what's nice is that these are on a French wire with a lever back. So it has that, like, well, I'm not wearing it. You show the nice movement when
Mhm.
it's on your ear. Just, like, do a little.
Look at that.
See how it, like, has a nice move, but it's not, like, swingy, like, the earring I'm gonna show you in a little while has swing to it 'cause the way it's attached to the top. This has movement, but it's not too much movement, so you can wear it to work. If you work in, more conservative environment, let's say, it's not too flashy. They do have over 9 carats of Bella Luce, but when you divide it between the 2, you have the center oval that's a full cut oval Bella Luce. But then you have this halo of prong set Bella Luce accented by the larger Bella Luce stones and then this very delicate pave Bella Luce stem that goes up the top. And there's this nice curve to the earring, which is why it's sitting so perfectly on your ear. Because when we curve it like that, it
True.
means it's going to be balanced with what we call the center of gravity. So your earlobe fits in here perfectly. So it's going to hang straight because we don't want an earring that's going to fall forward, which if this isn't curved and positioned properly, you ever see earrings or have earrings where it just falls forward?
Oh, yeah, and then you have to tighten it and
Yeah.
try yeah.
Or you're repositioning it. So that's not going to happen because of the way we designed
Not yeah.
the
So
slight curve
pretty.
and centered your ear right on here. So it's gonna always sit really well in your ear, and you're gonna have this very transitional earring in your jewelry box that you could wear for everything. Literally,
Mm.
if you had to pick just one earring, this is an earring that could take you for every occasion, all the
Oh,
time.
I agree.
Yeah,
Elizabeth is saying they are fabulous. What's the item number, Elizabeth? Girl, it is JRJ
yeah.
397. We have about 38 left, and one of them will be taken because they will be in my shopping cart, just letting you know. And I'm sure my mom's too. Well, actually, no, she'll probably make me get it and
Well,
we'll
it
share it.
it is a very, very classic style
Oh,
earring.
it's so pretty. And I love the different shapes too around the halo, how you kind of have like smaller and then I love that. That's actually what makes it so unique to me.
Well, those are the accents that Judith is known for doing to
So
make it different, because if you were to see an earring like this at your typical jewelry store, I'm sure they're gonna be beautiful, but they're just gonna have a simple halo going around. It's the
of
accent,
course.
those little something, like, Judith will always look at a design and say, "It's missing something, it needs a little something," and then she'll tweak it and add this little prong set, larger Bella Luce to just accent around it, and then all of a sudden, between that and the texture, you're like, "Up, that is definitely a Judith Ripka." There's no question about it, even in something as classic as that earring.
Like
It's
I need this as a ring too. Like I need it. I'm like going like this to like imagine what it looks like.
yeah, you're gonna love the ring. I mean, it is a vertical
Oh,
oval. It might be a little bit bigger than this, I think. I have to go look, but I'll send you the information for that for sure. That is
ooh,
a great earring, and we have one
gorgeous.
last earring to look at, and that's the one that I threw on while you were presenting that, and
Oh,
that
it's so
the Olivia earring in the blue quartz. So this is again from the couture collection. The blue quartz is nice, light, open blue color. I'll take it off my other ear so I could kind of show it to everyone a little bit better. When Judith
we
designed,
sold this ring a couple weeks ago, I think, and it
yes,
was gorgeous.
yes. When Judith designed it, she said it reminded her of icicles hanging off a tree that she saw in Central Park.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
so this, again, direct from couture, you have the cluster of Bella Luce cherries going around the perimeter at when I say 12, 3, 6, and 9, I'm referencing a clock. And so that's where we have it. And it's on this very delicate setting. So you see how you have a fully open back. It's kind of like the setting in those chains, like an eyeglass bezel, except it's not because it's fuller in the front and it has these grippers. And so, like I said, it's part of the Olivia collection. It's an all pave top with the lever back. So that's why it's sitting nicely on my ear. That lever back is keeping it up, sitting upright, and it just dances in your ears. And ladies, if you are a bride or if you know someone that's going to be a bride and they're looking for that something blue, this is that, right?
Perfect.
shade of blue for a bride to wear when she walks down the aisle. It'd be such a nice compliment to a white wedding dress. I mean, I think these earrings are perfect for everything because you could wear these with blue jeans, you could wear these to black tie, you could wear these to the office, you could wear them as the bride. So get them for a bride, and then she has an earring that she'll wear for all different occasions. Mother of the bride can wear them too. I mean, it's just that great earring and that beautiful color, that subtle color. I mean, if you wanted to wear this with your grays. Think of how beautiful it would be with like a charcoal gray or a heather gray. You wear it with your blacks, you wear it with pink, you wear it with
Mm,
orange, every color under the sun. I love blues and greens. I mix those colors all the time.
me too, a lot,
It's
yeah.
a great shade that really works with so many things. And you have blue eyes, right?
I do.
And I love like the look of like a blue stone with someone with blue eyes, just always picks up on that coloring.
I know, thank you.
So
Yeah, and we have 4 of these left.
oh, okay, so I shouldn't go too too deep into I have 4.
4. But I also like how you can, see through the back of them.
Yes, yes. Yeah, it's just
Really pretty.
easy, they're very comfortable to wear, there's not too much weight to them,
Mm-mm.
they're so, so well done. But, Gina, we came to the end of the rope here. We have everything that we wanted to present, like, where did the time go?
I know, and I literally, like, I was so excited to do the show that, like, now I'm looking at the time, I'm like, "Oh my god, we did talk for a while."
We could
But it
keep
was so ex
know that.
Oh, definitely, I know.
And, I just realized I forgot when we joined to wish everybody that celebrates a happy Passover, 'cause
Yes,
we're still in the middle of Passover, still got a few more nights to go, and it's my dad's
yes.
birthday, so happy
Happy birthday!
definitely not watching, he's out to dinner, and it's also my stepson's 30th birthday, so a lot of things going on in my world today.
Oh, a lot of big events, something to celebrate.
Big birthdays, big
I
birthdays,
love
yes,
it.
all good stuff. So,
Exactly.
thank you again, Gina, for doing this with me, and I wanna thank everybody
Thank you.
joined us tonight. So thank you so much. And Gina, you and I will be back doing this again next Wednesday. So I
Cannot wait.
hope you'll all come back again and we'll see you soon. Everyone have a great night.
Yeah,
Bye.
thanks everyone. Bye. Thank you.